And that's the point. Now I'm going to add a little bit more hair, but I just wanted to make it smaller. I ran the thread through enough where I don't feel the need to make a knot. Some people do. If you want to, you know, reinforce it, go ahead. But I can just feel the strings in my head right now, so I don't need extra. Alright. This will be the last piece of track. Thank goodness. I always get a sense of relief. Always, when I'm on the last track, I get a little lazy. You get a little, yes, finally. So, it's like relief. If you're right here in this process right now, you understand. You understand. I'm hoping I'm covering a lot of questions as I go. So, if you don't mind the talking, that's great. If you do, I don't recommend you watch too many of my videos because I am a talker. Talker. Alright. Alright. Now, if I don't bend down, you wouldn't know. I'm going to cut it a little bit just to show you. You always want to clean it up a little. I call it cleaning it up. Getting a good idea of what is left to do. Now, you see it's pretty much all cleaned up except for the center. Now, I pin it all back with bobby pins just again. And now, I measured out my track. Very short. Now, to apply, make sure that it's going to go in right. And honestly, I'm going to do the exact same thing with this last piece of track that I did with the one I just showed you. I'm going to lay it out and just sew it on in that circular motion and then do the whole drawstring effect, sure we'll call it that, to make sure that every single angle is closed. Alright? I hope you gathered it. I recommend, if you didn't, to go back and listen. I said a lot of key things that I think would help you. Yeah. Alright. I guess I'll sit here and do this one, but let's speed this one up a bit. Alright, now just going to close it on in. Doesn't take much at all. The final strap, you see that? You just simply, now, what I do is I just run the needle through the beginning, which is really the last closing point, all the way to the other side, because it's really just the length of the needle. And with that, I can ensure that it's going to do its drawstring effect to my design. Now, before I do that, I make sure all the hair is out the way, because hair can tangle and ruin your entire closing. Alright, now you can barely see anything now. No, all it is a tiny, tiny little hole. I'm going to continue to close it and do my drawstring and close in any gaps where you can see my scalp or braid, which is rare, but you always got to double check. You never want to step out looking like that. Nope. And oh, I'm so tired, but I said I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna just stand in front of here and record. It ain't gonna kill me. I can tell y'all, when my hair isn't right, I can't get nothing done. And I haven't got anything done. But now that my hair is together, I could think of all the things I need to do. I'm making a new channel on YouTube, featuring all new content. Yeah. Hey, I'm telling you, a new hairstyle. Now, making sure I close it up right. It was kind of random, but hey, I'm a random person. Alright, you see that closing? I'm going to flatten it a little more, but my hair's all in the way, so I can't really see. Let me try to flatten it all out first, so make sure I'm doing this right. Alright, I can see that now. You're just going to continue to flatten it. I'm going to even run it through tracks that aren't next to it, but that's just how I roll. Just do it and pull. And now I don't want this track to show, so I'm going to stick the needle through the track and just pull it through the center, because it's going to bring it beneath some hair to hide it. Now, let's see. Did that do it? Huh? I think it did. Alright, well, this is basically a done deal. I'm kind of hot right now, so like all this length is just irritating me. Alright, but it'll be cute. I'm going to chop it up a little. I've added the brown in. I have 2 shades of brown. I have 14 for the longest length. The 14 inch is a number 4. I said 14. A number 4 for the 14 inch, which is the longest part, the brown back here. And then just black for the front, number 1. I always use number 1. I just think the contrast of complexions helps. And then I have a lighter brown, which actually isn't even Bobbi Brown. I just found some extra track in my bedroom, and it won't kill you to coordinate, especially mixed tracks that are a decent grade of hair. This is actually the Nubian that I'm always using, but I'm gonna mix it in, and I always am open to try new types of hair. So, except Urban Beauty and Milky Way, no ma'am. So you see the brown in the back. It's short. It's like a 10 inch for the Nubian. I think it's right here. I can't see, but it's the 10 inch. And this is it. Then I'm going to cut it up, and then we'll be happy times. Alright, I hope you gathered a little bit. I hope. These were a little bit of my frequently asked questions about closing the sewing, and yeah.